Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today. Video number 2 of the day. As usual, during this Africa Cup of Nations, I give you the recap of the day and what has happened at the competition, and I'm proud to finally say the goals have arrived, people. The goals have arrived. We are now in full swing, and I have to put a little disclaimer here, right? The first round of the group stage matches that we've seen have now been finished. They've completed. We started the second round of the group stage now, or the second match day of the group stage, and the first match day of the group stage was basically quite reserved. From this day onwards, I think you're going to see goals. I think you're going to see a ton of goals. I think now you're going to start getting the big teams that are going to start pumping their chests out a little bit, start to impose themselves, start to show their quality. It's all about adaptation, getting familiar. That phase is now gone. I think now we get into the full rhythm of the competition, and it starts with the hosts. Today, Cameroon played their second game of the competition, and they've got the job done very, very comfortably against Ethiopia. 4-1. Yeah, not 1-0, 4-1. Finally. Well done to Cameroon. Top performance. Although Ethiopia, despite a very good first half, I do want to point that out. Ethiopia had the first goal of the game after 4 minutes against the hosts. Very, very rare thing to see, especially from a country as lowly ranked as Ethiopia. Or might I add, the history needs to be told. They were the first ever winners of the Africa Cup of Nations. For those that don't know, just to let you know. I think there was like 4 teams involved. But anyway, they won it. They won the first one. And Ethiopia, straight away from the kickoff, pretty much all guns blazing, they find that opportunity through. Ball gets cut across, it's slotted in, and it's 1-0 Ethiopia. 4 minutes later, though, Cameroon are like, nah. You're not coming to our country as us as hosts and you're doing this to us. No, it's not happening. So they managed to get a goal back. The goal for Ethiopia being scored by Hatessa 4 minutes later. It can be scoring for Cameroon. And then after that, it was basically the first half where Ethiopia had a couple of more chances to go ahead. It was a half, as far as I'm concerned, that belonged to Ethiopia. Despite Cameroon having a fair share of chances, but Ethiopia, you don't expect to go toe-to-toe with Cameroon. In their backyard, in Cameroon, you know, as the host nation, with the crowd. You don't expect that. And they did. But whether it was tiredness, whether it was lack of experience, whether it was just the quality and the levels in between Cameroon and Ethiopia, the second half started and Mr. Abubakar shows up, and I think he's the top goal scorer now. I think, if I'm not mistaken, he is the top goal scorer on 3 goals. That is just by my calculation, because all the other games have finished 1-0 so far, and he scored in the first game where it finished 2-1, and now he scored twice. So I'm guessing he's got a total of 3 goals in 2 games, and he is top goal scorer as it stands. But a very good couple of goals from Abubakar in quick succession. One was a cross into the box, and a very, very nicely placed, well-timed and well-hit header. Beautiful. Hits it low into the ground, bounces back up, goes into the top corner, but it was nicely hit. The speed on the ball was great. Nice ball in as well, into Abubakar by Collins Fay. And then the 2 minutes later, literally, it's a counter-attack pretty much, blitzed in between the Ethiopia defense. It's if I'm getting the name right here, Ingamalu being able to come into the box, gets the ball across, down low, straight to Abubakar, 2 yards out, he taps it in, and it's 3-1. And at that point, it's game, set, and match. At that point, Cameroon are literally turning into a training session, and they get the 4th goal very, very comfortably by Ikambi, with a great piece of individual skill, might I add, because he receives the ball on the left-hand side of the box. Instead of being able to try and just dribble past, he cuts back in, he creates a space for himself, and he hits it, drives it into the low bottom corner. Great individual piece of skill, great finish, and it finishes Cameroon 4, Ethiopia 1. And I think as it stands, Ethiopia are now heading out, if I'm not mistaken. I will get to the league, to the table very, very shortly. And the second game was Cape Verde against Burkina Faso. And for the neutral, because I watched this game, and I have to say, right, as a neutral, I was very impressed. The level of football from Cape Verde, specifically, and Burkina Faso, who took the win in the end, was great. Very, very end-to-end, great technical stuff. You could see two well-displayed systems in place. The combinations that both teams were moving the ball in was great. Both were very offensive. Both were trying to go for the result. There was no hesitation. It was a very nice match of football. I was very impressed. I looked at that fixture and I saw it, Cape Verde versus Burkina Faso, and I'm thinking, this might not be very entertaining. But then I had it in my head that, you know what? Sometimes it's those sort of games that give you the best sort of performances. And yeah, it did. It absolutely did. Cape Verde, I feel sorry for. I do feel sorry for, and I have to say that because they are quite a technical side. They are a team that seems to know each other very well. They have a good amount of chemistry. I feel like there's some good individual talent there in terms of technicality on the ball, that skill, being able to create something from nothing, being able to dribble, being able to link up. Those little bits and pieces, Cape Verde have. I just think it's the overall lack of experience, perhaps. I think it's the overall quality at the end of the day as a team, as a collective. And I think it's just the case that Burkina Faso physically looked better. They did look better. Burkina Faso were very patient at times. I felt like they could have scored early on, much like Cape Verde, but it was a very decent goal from Burkina Faso. And I have to be honest, the goal that Burkina Faso scored, if I'm going to get the name, Hassan Bande, he hits it with his chest. And it goes in. A great ball into the box. Whilst Burkina Faso were on a phase of attack. It was literally attack after attack after attack. And they managed to get on the right-hand side. Ball gets pumped into the box. And Bande, literally, with his chest, he sees it and he goes... and hits it into the net. Great finish. Only in Africa. Great finish. But straight after that, Cape Verde could have got the equaliser. They had two chances, and especially one of them where I thought it was going in. I thought low-driven shot, and I'm thinking it's going in. Keeper makes a save, and I'm like, that was it. If the shot could have been better, if I'm not going to lie. I forgot who it was, but on the left-hand side going into the box, he tries to bend it into the far bottom corner, but he doesn't quite get it to the bottom corner. It's just narrow enough for the keeper to make a stretch and a save. If he manages to get a little bit more accuracy on it, it probably would have gone past the goalkeeper, and it would have been 1-1. It's a shame. It's a shame for Cape Verde, and I feel for them. I do feel for them. They could have got a better result, but it is what it is. And that means Cameroon, 4-1 winners against Ethiopia. Cape Verde losing 1-0 to Burkina Faso. If we get the group up as it stands, Cameroon are sitting first with 6 points. They've won both games. They are now basically on the verge of going through. Burkina Faso sitting on 3 points. They've managed to get a win after a defeat. Cape Verde on 3 points. They've managed to lose after getting a win. And Ethiopia now sitting last with 0 points. And I think Ethiopia are on their way home. Cameroon, I reckon, are definitely certified to go through now. Cameroon just have to play against Cape Verde, which for me means that Burkina Faso have a chance to go top. Actually, no, they won't be able to. Burkina Faso have lost to Cameroon, and they're 4 goals behind on goal difference. There's no way. So I think Cameroon have just topped the group. Cameroon, I think, have just won their group, ladies and gentlemen. So congrats to Cameroon. Burkina Faso and Cape Verde will be fighting for second place. Burkina Faso, I think, have it nailed on because I see Cameroon beating Cape Verde, and therefore Cape Verde finishing third. So it's going to be a 9-6-3-0 points finish, basically, in Group A. And we see how the rest goes. Now, tomorrow, if I look to fixtures, tomorrow we have very, very big games. Senegal versus Guinea. Malawi versus Zimbabwe, Morocco versus Comoros, and Gabon versus Ghana. 4 games on tomorrow, going to be a piece of cake. It's going to be all eyes on Senegal. What are they made of now? I expect to see a big performance from Senegal tomorrow. I think that they are going to beat Guinea fairly comfortably. If I'm going to make a prediction, I reckon maybe 2 or 3-0 or 2-1, 3-1, somewhere there. But I do expect 2 or 3 goals to be scored by Senegal. Nothing like their first game. And that goes for all the big teams. I think all the big teams now are going to start stepping up, and we're going to see the real Africa Cup of Nations now starting, where goals are going to start flying in, teams getting a little desperate, teams taking it a little bit more seriously, teams that have adapted a little bit more, and things get into the swing of it. So bring it on. Tomorrow's going to be a big day. Make sure you are here. Tomorrow I will be giving you guys the match preview to Manchester City versus Chelsea. That will be the first video of the day. And then later on, I will be giving you my recap of the 4 games that I've just mentioned, including Senegal playing and Morocco playing, as well as Ghana, Gabon, and Malawi, Zimbabwe. So that's going to be an interesting one. I will see all of you tomorrow. Make sure if you are new, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell to be notified once I've uploaded. Smash the like button if you've enjoyed this, and I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good one, people. See you then. Take care and peace.